Before Prince Siddhartha Gautama was born, Bodhisattva was already born as a rabbit, living in a forest in India. He lived peacefully with his three good friends, otter, jackal, and monkey. Let's follow the story.
The gods sensed that something was wrong in their heavenly realm. The atmosphere had turned hostile. Fierce winds and storms swept through the kingdom. Chakra, one of the gods, descended to earth in the guise of a Brahmin to investigate what was happening in the forest below. On his journey, he met a small deer and several other animals. The deer told the Brahmin that a rabbit and his family lived beneath a great shady tree on the bank of a river. The rabbit was known for teaching wisdom and encouraging others to do good deeds and help one another. He was so selfless that he was even willing to offer his own body to anyone in need. Hearing this, the Brahmin immediately set out to find the rabbit. At the same moment, the rabbit feels that he will soon have a great honorable guest. He and his family prepare good food to welcome the guest. It was dusk on the night of the full moon. By coincidence, it was the night of offerings, so each of the four animals gave their very best gift. The otter offered fish, the fox offered meat, and the monkey offered fresh fruits. The rabbit gave a pile of dry grass as a seat cushion for the Brahmin. Not satisfied with giving only dry grass, the rabbit offered his own entire body to the Brahmin as a meal for the evening. The Brahmin asked, "Is the rabbit truly willing to give his body to be eaten?" The rabbit replied with determination and confidence, "I give my body because I have nothing else worthy to offer to our esteemed guest." The Brahmin then lit the dry woods around him to roast the rabbit into sauté. As the fire blazed, the rabbit quickly jumped into the flames. All his friends, the three animals, suddenly screamed and surrounded the fire, wanting to save the rabbit, but failed because the fire was too hot. They cried their hearts out. When the fire went out, the rabbit jumped out from the fire. He is still alive, still fresh, not burned, and not injured. The rabbit's three friends, the jackal, the monkey, and the otter, immediately rush to him and hug him, crying in sadness, yet also in joyful relief. The rabbit is still alive. He is not burned at all, and not even slightly injured. They ask the Brahmin why the rabbit in the fire is not burned and not hurt. The Brahmin explains that the rabbit always upholds truth and sincerity in all his actions, words, and thoughts. That attitude of truth and selfless sincerity protect him from all misfortunes that could happen anytime and anywhere. The rabbit's family asked, "Brahmin, may we know who you really are?" The Brahmin replied, "I am Chakra. I came down to this world to find the rabbit. He has done his best work in his life, and now it is time for him to leave his earthly existence. He must ascend to heaven to stay with the gods for a long time." The three other animals cried out and tried to pull the rabbit from the Brahmin's arms, but they could not. Now the Brahmin returned to his original form as God Chakra and flew up into the air with Rabbit in his arms. The three animals could do nothing but scream and weep in sadness. But they keep running together, chasing God Chakra to take the rabbit from his hands, but still failed. They can only watch as the Brahmin flies up into the sky with a rabbit in his arms. The Brahmin pauses for a moment on the moon. He draws the profile of the rabbit on the moon's surface, so that the three animals, the rabbit's family, see the rabbit sitting on the moon, smiling. Suddenly, the Brahmin and the rabbit disappear into the astral realm, to the palace of the gods. The gods welcomed the arrival of God Chakra and the rabbit with joy and special food and drink offerings. The rabbit then lived in the god's palace for a long time. Who was this rabbit? The rabbit was the Bodhisattva. who centuries later was born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama, becoming Buddha to teach many people. His teachings are still followed by millions worldwide, especially in Southeast Asia.